Who's winning each fight? Let's do this. Nightcrawler's beating Beast Boy. Deathstroke's beating Gambit. Plastic Man's beating Spider-Man. And Apocalypse is beating Etrigan. Beast Boy versus Nightcrawler is actually a fairly close fight. I could see a scenario where Beast Boy could win. However, due to experience and how tricky Nightcrawler's powers are, I'm going to give the edge to him. Deathstroke versus Gambit is an interesting fight. Both of them are relative when it comes down to physical stats. Both of them are relative when it comes down to range. And when it comes down to melee combat, Gambit's not that far behind Deathstroke, whether it be hand-to-hand or with a bow staff. However, the biggest difference maker is going to be the kinetic energy. Don't ever sleep on Gambit with kinetic energy. However, Deathstroke has a lot of counters to that. Many of his weapons, tools, and armors have the ability to absorb kinetic energy and kinetic energy blasts. The Prometheum armor, as well as the Prometheum sword, the Deathstroke, in particular, has done it multiple times. Tie that to the fact that Deathstroke has armor and great defensive capabilities, as well as having slightly better toughness than Gambit, I give it to Deathstroke. Plastic Man versus Spider-Man is straightforward. Nothing gets Wallcrawler, but he has nothing that's going to stop Plastic Man. One of the most broken characters that borderlines on Toon Force, you're not beating him. And Apocalypse versus Etrigan is a really interesting fight. The thing about Etrigan is he's a big beat stick that has a couple great moves, whether it be physical attacks or Hellfire Breath. But a lot of those good moves, I feel as though Apocalypse can counter. And Apocalypse's diversity in his powers and abilities is just something that I don't think Etrigan can handle. And although my memory's a little shady, I do believe that Apocalypse has various different tools and defenses against magic or supernatural powers. You could argue that if Etrigan turns back into Jason Blood and uses his regular magic that way, he has a chance. But when it comes down to just the demon and just the mutant, I'm going to give it to Apocalypse. But those are just my opinions. What's yours? Who would you have win each fight? And of course, shout out to Hellboy Fire, the CDD World Champion. Make sure you give my boy a follow. He's an amazing content creator.